I think that this would be a crisis if it were implemented as suggested by the governor.
Some local nonprofits could lose a lot of money if Governor Cuomo's proposed budget is passed. Now they're asking for help from legislators in Albany to reinstate funding before services suffer. Good evening, everyone. I'm Renata Steele. Thanks for joining us here on the late edition in high definition. Part of the most recent budget from Governor Cuomo is a 6% funding cut to private agencies providing services for people with developmental disabilities. WENY TV's Joe Malillo talked to one local agency about the problem. He now joins us live with more. Joe?
Renata, Chemung County Able2 leaders are bracing themselves for the worst. Losing money from the state means cuts to staff, and those cuts will directly impact services to clients.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've been here almost 18 years now, and every day is unique, and I learn a lot from these individuals.
Rich Kuhner is the residence manager for the Able2 facility in Horseheads. Over the past few years, he's seen more and more cuts to staffing, and he expects the worst again this year.
This is not the first year we've been through this process. We had to make cuts last year, and now we're getting to the bare minimums where we can provide just the health and safety for our individuals if we have to cut more staff.
Able2 is a private provider for programs and services for individuals with intellectual disabilities. If approved, Governor Cuomo's proposed budget would force Able2 to cut $790,000 from its budget.
That not only has an impact on our workforce, but certainly our workforce is the sole reason that we can provide quality services to people with disabilities. So it will ultimately impact the quality of care that people with disabilities are able to receive.
Some of these individuals would have very significant health issues if we weren't staffed 24 hours. Some of them have to be watched and monitored very closely for different either medical reasons or behavioral reasons.
Advocates for private providers like Able2, ARC, and Pathways are asking legislators to help reinstate the funding. But if the governor's budget stays as is, cuts will be coming.
We will certainly look at any other way that we can find savings short of having to affect our workforce. But a cut of that magnitude will certainly mean that we have to look across the board at all agency operations.
Now, Able2's pre-K programs would not be affected by the cut in state aid. The state budget deadline is April 1st. Live in the studio, Joe Malillo, WENY TV News.